Hi, I'm Tori Hagaman. Can you imagine anything that this beautiful landscape painting could possibly have in common with this childish little primitive painting? Well, the one thing they have in common is they were both done by the same artist who was born without any natural talent. That would be me. For the longest time, I didn't even attempt painting because I felt like if you weren't born with any natural talent, why bother? And quite frankly, I didn't want to go through the embarrassment of taking a course. But I have learned to paint, and as an art teacher, I believe I can teach you to paint as well. I would love to give you just a super fast aerial view of a few of the courses that I offer on my website, where I talk you through every detail. I'm talking the entire time I'm painting. I'm sharing why I'm doing this and not doing that. I'm talking to you about the brushes that I'm using. I'll let you see close-ups of the brush work, and I'll talk you through individual exercises or an entire painting. I think these could be a real benefit to you. I believe if you can be taught to read and write, you can be taught to paint, and not only as a childish amateur artist, but I believe that you can really up your game and get to a level of painting where you're really going to get a lot of pleasure and delight out of it. So if you'll stay tuned, I'd love to show you just a real quick view of a few of the things that I offer. Stay tuned. If you're brand new to painting, I would suggest you start with the absolute beginner acrylic painting course. Even though I paint in oils and acrylics, I strongly suggest you start with acrylics. To me, they're just easier to work with. This is the most basic of courses that assume you've never picked up a brush. I'm going to teach you about the supplies that you need. I'll give you a frugal list and where you can add a few more. I'll take you to the paint store. Don't want you buying unnecessary things. I'll let you know what you need, what you don't need. We'll go through very simple exercises, and I'll show you how I look at items and break them down into shapes, into light and dark, into color, where that object becomes more of a jigsaw puzzle, and it kind of takes the mystery out of painting. It's the one key that has helped me so much in my painting process. Once you learn that key, you can paint just about anything. If you're going to paint landscapes, you have to learn how to paint trees. In this course, I use this large painting as my example, but I paint for you on small panels so you can get close-ups of my paint colors, how I apply the brush strokes, and how I shift those colors to get a wide variety of greens. Like the introductory course, I identify shapes, the darks and lights, and put them in as I see them. I think it'll be a real helpful course to anyone wanting to learn how to paint beautiful trees. Here's another example of one of my earliest paintings, and as you can see, there was no natural talent working there. I have learned to paint trees and landscapes, and so can you. I think this course will be a real benefit to you. My love for color is so intense, I decided to create a course to teach you how to bump up color beyond what you see in real life. In this 3.5-hour course, How to Add Luscious Colors to Your Painting, we will paint a still life. I'll show you how to start with color, even from the drawing stage, and then how to increase the colors from what you actually see. Not only will you receive tons of usable tips for adding color to your paintings, but you'll also learn how to paint all the individual items in the still life, including glass, a woven basket, greenery, an orchid, and a window. You'll even learn how to create colorful shadows, and I'll demonstrate different options. If you're into color, this is a must-see. If you love daffodils half as much as I do, you may want to check out this beautiful little course where I take you through 6 studies doing 6 different types of daffodils. They're all just lovely. While you're at my website, also be sure to check out the very short, very inexpensive tutorials. I have them on cumulus clouds and several other topics. One thing you can count on in my videos is that I'll talk you through each detail. I don't leave anything to chance. You'll hear my thoughts about why I make the decisions I do, which brushes work best, paint color selections, everything you'll need to duplicate with a little practice the paintings that we walk through together. As always, I appreciate a thumbs up, and if you'll hit subscribe, you'll be sure not to miss the next free video that's coming out soon. Thank you for watching. God bless.